We all know that stronger demons can develop absolutely crazy abilities, so here are all the things demons have done with blood demon art so far. Akaza. In the Mugen Train arc, Akaza tries to convince Rengoku to turn into a demon, but after he denies it, Akaza displays his first technique with blood demon art, the compass needle. What this one does is that it gives Akaza the ability to perceive a person's will to fight, giving him the advantage of basically knowing his opponent's next move and also his weaknesses, as well as enhancing his own overall fighting performance. A very good fight bonus if you ask me. The second technique we see is the Destructive Death Air type, in which he is able to send very powerful shockwaves toward his opponent by punching the air that hits with amazing strength. The other variants we see are Disorder, which basically is a wall made of shockwaves, and Annihilation type, in which he creates two very powerful shockwaves that he uses to answer Rengoku's attack. Daiki. In the Entertainment District arc, we see both Daiki and Gyutaro using their blood demon art techniques. Daiki is able to create these tentacle-like obi sashes out of her own flesh. These sashes are also as sharp as a Nichirin sword and are very flexible and resistant at the same time. She can even turn them into sentient beings, like her own sort of terrifying minions. These sentient obi can store victims inside themselves, making them look like printed illustrations in the fabric, as we can see when Inosuke finds her food storage and is attacked by it. There's also this one technique that she uses when fighting with Tanjiro called 8-layered obi sash, arranging 8 sashes toward her opponent in a way that is very difficult to escape. But, of course, Tanjiro cuts them off, and the battle continues. Gyutaro. Gyutaro, on the other hand, is the obvious strongest of the two. Sorry, Daiki, but we all know it's true. He can solidify his blood to make sickle-shaped forms that are sharp enough to cut his opponent's flesh. He first uses flying blood sickles, which is, well, basically that. He uses it right at the beginning of his intervention in the battle when he gets full of envy from Tengen's perfect body, and after learning he has 3 wives. And low-key, I can't blame him. The guy was literally bullied for the way he looked when he was human. He also creates a dome made of these blood sickles called Rampant Arch Rampage, which he uses to avoid poisoned kunai thrown by Hinatsuru. Then we see his blood circular slashes, which are, again, a very self-explanatory technique. These slashes have such a wide range that Tengen has to kick Tanjiro back to protect him from the slashes coming out of Gyutaro's body. On top of all that, Gyutaro is able to coat all of his attacks with poison. So with just one cut of his slashes, you'll be pretty screwed. Enmu. Enmu's blood demon art focuses on sending people to sleep and manipulating their dreams. He can instantly force anyone into a deep sleep with his technique called Whispers of Forced Unconscious Hypnosis, which he throws with the mouth of his hand. Yep. Not only that, but he can choose the type of dream that his victims will get. He says he likes giving them nightmares right after a happy dream. Yeah, it's quite weird to see how much Enmu enjoys watching suffering. Anyway, after Tanjiro cuts his head, Enmu reveals that it was not his real body, and that he is now one with the whole train, and displays his second technique, Eyes of Forced Unconscious Sleep, that creates a mountain of eyes with the kanji of dream in them. And if they catch your sight, you will instantly fall asleep. Tanjiro had trouble fighting against this technique, to the point where he almost killed himself in real life, since that's how you come out of Enmu's induced dreams. But Inosuke, thanks to his boar head, was basically immune to it and stopped Tanjiro right before he was able to cut his own head off, believing he was still dreaming. Kyogai. In the 11th episode of the first season, we see Kyogai, the drum demon, using his blood demon art that basically manipulates the interior of his mansion, depending on which Tsuzumi drum he plays. The ones on his shoulders and legs make the room rotate in a specific direction. The one on his navel creates an invisible 3-claw-like slash attack, and the one on his back teleports him to other rooms. But this one is in Kiyoshi's hands, and it's the only thing that has kept him alive in the mansion. His enhancing technique is called Rapid Drumming, and it not only makes the rotations and attacks go faster, but also makes his slash attack go from 3 to 5 claw-like slashes. Nakimi. We haven't seen much of Nakime's blood demon art in the anime so far, but it is definitely a powerful one. Nakimi is able to manipulate the inside of her infinite castle with absolute free will. This is the place where Muzan reunited the rest of the lower moons after Rui's death to eliminate them. The only one who survived this was Enmu for being such a great bootlicker. Nakimi can also create portals. That's how Enmu left the castle after being left alive. Rui's blood demon art works around thread manipulation. He creates very sharp and strong threads that he can use to either attack or defend. His first technique is called Cutting Thread Cage. Rui uses it to trap Tanjiro, and just when he is about to give up, he remembers the Hinokami Kagura that he learned from his father and manages to escape. Rui then uses his murderous eye basket, a dome that surrounds his victims and slowly shrinks until it kills them. In this one, Tanjiro was saved by Gyu. After that, we see his cutting thread rotation, big blood thread wheels that will cut to pieces anyone it reaches. But again, Gyu survives it by using the 11th form of water breathing, and then cuts Rui's head off as if it was nothing. Yahaba and Susumaru. In episodes 8 to 10 of the first season, we see Yahaba and Susumaru using their blood demon arts together. Susumaru is able to conjure Tamari handballs at will and throw them or kick them with incredibly destructive strength. The Tamari handball's effect is enhanced by Yahaba's ability to create invisible arrows that can manipulate the direction of movement of any object or person just by blinking the eyes of his hands. Again, a weird mixture of body parts. Ugh. Tamayo. These two got defeated by Tanjiro and one of Tamayo's blood demon art techniques called Magical Aroma of Daylight. This technique turns Tamayo's blood into a kind of scent that decreases brain functions and makes its victims unable to lie or hide secrets. That is what made Susumaru say Muzan's name and therefore unleash the curse that destroys the body of the demon that says his name or gives any information about him. We see Tamayo's other technique, Scent of Illusory Blood, Visual Dream, when she uses it to distract the police and help Tanjiro with the man that Muzan had just turned into a demon, Yushiro. And of course, after talking about Tamayo, we have to talk about her biggest simp, her assistant, Yushiro. With his technique named Blindfold, he is capable of showing or hiding something or someone's presence. He used it to hide Tamayo's clinic and create fake walls around it to make it less suspicious. He also shares his ability with Tanjiro by putting a paper with a symbol on his forehead so he is able to see Yahaba's arrows and defend himself from them. Swamp Demon. The Swamp Demon is the first we encounter in the anime that uses some sort of special ability. This demon is able to create a swamp-like dimension and kind of puddle portals that allow him to infiltrate anywhere without being noticed. That's how he caused so many disappearances without people knowing what was happening. That was until Tanjiro's incredible sense of smell perceived him and was able to break into one of the demon's puddles and save the girl that the demon was trying to kidnap. We also see that this demon is able to divide himself into 3 clones with different personalities. Tanjiro kills 2 of them in the swamp dimension and interrogates the last one about Muzan, and then kills him when he tries to attack out of fear. Nezuko. And lastly, we have Nezuko's blood demon art called Exploding Blood, in which she can generate a pinkish fire that only affects demons or things related to them. It doesn't hurt human beings at all. The first time we see her use it is when she burns Rui's threads to help Tanjiro defeat him. But she also uses it in Mugen Train's arc by burning the ropes that are connecting our sleeping heroes with the humans that are helping Enmu to kill them in their sleep. We can see her using it too in the Entertainment District arc when she burns Daiki, leaving her unable to regenerate for a while, and also burning Gyutaro's poison out of Tengen and Inosuke's body after the fight is over. So tell me, what is your favorite blood demon art display in the anime so far? Let me know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more weekly Demon Slayer content. I've been Cody Alexander with Mini Katana, and I'll see you guys next time.